Hi, this is Melanie, aka Princess Ninja, aka the Keto Critic. Thanks so much for coming to my channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe, the thumbs up if you like the content, and ring that bell if you want to see more of this. I'm coming to you today with a 6-month ketogenic update. I've been keto for 6 months, and I've been doing intermittent fasting for about 5 months, 4.5. I've had to slowly build myself up to intermittent fasting. While keto and being in a state of ketosis is a great way to teach your body how to burn fat, and most people lose weight very quickly, I have a bunch of metabolic issues that make me lose weight slower than your average ninja. But that's okay. That's okay. That's why I'm here, because someone's got to represent the turtles out there. The Turtle Club is people who lose less than 2 or 3 pounds a month. This month I'm not a turtle. I'm a little faster. Somebody put some pep in my step. Maybe I eat some green leafy kale or something, because this turtle has taken off to a total loss this month of 3.9 pounds. That's unheard of for me. Typically, my weight loss averages about 1/3 of a pound per week. Now, back at my 4-month keto update, I had been stuck for 6 to 8 weeks and went 6 to 8 weeks without any weight loss whatsoever, but I continued to lose inches just like I am right now. I am at a total of 19.8 inches lost. This is 19.5 inches. It is how many inches that I have lost off my body since beginning the ketogenic diet and then moving into 18/6 intermittent fasting. To show you from this angle, it is wider than this fantastically beautiful unicorn magical shirt that I'm wearing at this time. But just for my 6th month, I have lost 2 3/4. That's how much. That's how much I've lost off my body. That's how much. Exactly the length of that unicorn's horn? Coinkadink? I think not. So now I'm gonna name off my really big victories this month. First off, I lost more weight in 1 month this month than I lost in my 1st month of keto. Why? Because I am metabolically resistant, because I was insulin resistant, because I was a type 2 diabetic and there was so much sugar in my body could no longer handle it, right? It couldn't handle it. So going on keto depleted those stores. It has taken my body quite some time to heal. The other way that I know that it's healing and transitioning wonderfully into the ketogenic lifestyle is that my average ketones the first 3 months of my journey ranged between 0.3 and 0.5. Rarely ever did my ketones measure above that. The following 2 months, when I tried my very first 24-hour fat fast, is when I saw a change in my ketone levels. Now, once you hit ketosis, there are different levels of ketosis. But as long as you're registering somewhere around a 1, you are considered in a state of nutritional ketosis. My average for the last few weeks has been between 0.9 and 1.1. So there has been some improvement in the production of ketones and the utilization. Obviously, you can see that by the weight loss. I feel different. I feel more energy. I feel more excited about everything. And before we go any further with any of these statistics, you gotta know that I give it all to God. I wear the crazy magical unicorn t-shirt, which is awesome, might I ask, but so is God. And I couldn't do any of this without him. None of this would be possible. And that is my plug to JC. So let's talk for a minute about the monumental milestones that I've passed. Number 1, I hit the 20-pound mark. My lowest weigh-in this month was 199. Yep, that's right. Welcome to Wonderland. The second large victory that I have achieved is having normal blood sugar. That means not one single solitary one of my blood sugars has exceeded 122. That's it. My average blood sugar is 95. My total blood sugar, when you average up for 30 days total, is dropped another 6 points for my average blood sugar. I had a visit, my yearly visit with my wonderful cardiologist, and he has said that he's seen a reduction in the amount of time that my pacemaker spends pacing my heart. Let me repeat that. I want you to really soak this in. For all of those that say that the keto diet is damaging to the heart, I have a pacemaker. I can't take it out and show or prove it to you, but I promise I have a pacemaker, okay? The 6 months previous, my heart was being paced at 48%. This 6 month period, coinka-dinkly, on keto for 6 months and intermittent fasting, my heart paced at 12%. I know. I could cry. That number is phenomenal. Do you know how that makes me feel? That means that it's going to be a longer time before I have to have my pacemaker changed. All of this is happening. All of this is real. It's not made up. I don't care how many little articles that you read on Facebook. Now, it may be different for other people, but for me, it's magical. So what did I do different? Obviously, between month 4 and month 5, I struggled. I hit a plateau for about 6 weeks, and I stayed between 205 and 207 pounds. So I did a couple things. Number one, I upped my step count. So I was averaging about 8,500 steps a day. I moved that up to my goal to 10,000 steps. The other thing that I did was I cut out my keto sweets. I was hooked on Lily's chocolate, and I'm not depriving myself. I have Lily's chocolate when I want Lily's chocolate, but I'm doing it with the understanding that that is a food that triggers a desire to binge. When I first started eating Lily's chocolate, I could break off one little row of squares, which was 1/8 of a bar of chocolate, and I could eat them and I could feel satisfied, and I felt like, okay, there's my little treat, my naughty little treat today. And now it's gotten to the point where it's like, okay, well, I can have another row because one row is only 1.2 carbs per row. And then I can have another row, and next thing you know, I'm sitting there really mad at myself because I've eaten the entire chocolate bar. Even though the entire chocolate bar is still keto, it still fits into the macros, I understand that sweets trigger something in me emotionally that make me want to eat more sweets. So even though it's an artificial sweet, my body's a little bit tricked by that. And I believe that that was one of the reasons why I kind of stuck for a while. I also think that the consumption of sugar may have a slight impact on my insulin, and insulin is a hormone. This is not keto fact, this is a fact. Insulin actually replicates the hormone that makes you hungry. So you think you're hungry, you're not hungry, your insulin is just high. So there's that. Me eating that many sweets, I found myself losing focus, and I found myself wanting more carbs and more sugar. So I just decided, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do it. And I switched from doing the Lily's chocolate to making a little cheesecake fat bomb just when I wanted something, and I can do that by the single serving. Just a spoonful of cream cheese, a little bit of stevia, a little bit of vanilla, some coconut, and some coconut fat, and stir it up, put it in the fridge for a few minutes, and you have like a coconut cheesecake fat bomb. But even that became a problem because my serving size just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I just decided, take a deep breath, take a step back, and take control. I'm walking 5 days a week now, and with the cardiologist's blessing, I am now getting on my elliptical Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So if you're part of my Princess Ninja Facebook page, there's a link on my homepage. You can look at the About Me section and find me on Facebook. I do a MWF post. That just means not only do I post my Fitbit stats, but I post how I did on the elliptical. Usually I just take a little screenshot of my elliptical screen. So those are my stats. Those are my stats. My cholesterol is amazing. My blood pressure is amazing. My arrhythmia has definitely drastically reduced the amount of times that my heart goes into a crazy rhythm. That is amazing. That is amazing. I've hit Wonderland. My cravings are getting less and less, my ketones are coming up, and my energy levels are through the roof. So coming up very soon, my husband and I are planning a cruise to Nassau, Bahamas. I am so excited. It's my very first cruise. Now the average cruiser usually gains about 10 pounds on the cruise, but I'm telling you, I'm not going there. Here is what I am doing on my cruise. First thing, I'm unplugging electronically, which means I will be bringing my phone just to take pictures, nothing else. There will be no Wi-Fi, there will be no checking emails, there will be no checking Facebook. It's just gonna be my husband, myself, and the beautiful, beautiful cruise. As far as tracking food goes, I know what's keto, I know what's not keto. So I've come up with a plan on how to manage this cruise ship. Number one, I'm not gonna log my food, but I don't plan on eating anything outside of the ketogenic diet. With that being said, I have no control if they steam something and I have no control over seasonings that might have additives in them. I have no control over sauces they might use that might contain some hidden sugar. I don't know what ingredients they're using, so I'm kind of at a disadvantage, but I'm not even gonna worry about it. That's why I'm not logging, and I promised my husband that I'm not gonna log. I'm just gonna enjoy what's available to me. I'm gonna try to keep it as keto as possible, and I'm not gonna be fasting. Those are the things that I'm gonna change as far as nutrition on this diet, but I'm gonna keep it keto, and I'll report back to you with the honest, cold, hard truth when I come back. So some of you might be thinking to yourself, well, why would you deprive yourself? It's a vacation. I'm not a dog. I don't need to treat myself. I spent the first 45 years of my life making very bad food choices, which got me to the point that I'm at now. I spent 45 years of my life giving myself type 2 diabetes. I spent 45 years of my life eating sugar, more sugar than any human probably should. I spent 45 years of my life becoming 236 pounds with a pacemaker, with blood pressure issues, with heart arrhythmia issues. I don't need to view treating myself as a treat. Food is nourishment, and that's the mindset that I'm in at this point. Some of you may think that I'm full of crap. Some of you may think I'm lying, but that's how I have to think about food. I'm a recovering binge eater, and I am trying to make this keto my lifestyle. So yes, if I see someone eating cheesecake, it makes me want the cheesecake. I want to eat it with them. I want to go jack their plate, hit them with it, knock it out, and run off with their cheesecake. That's just the truth. But because I know how bad I felt 6 months ago versus now, cutting out the sugar and cutting out the carbs. So that's my plan for vacation. We got a lot of fun tags and things coming up for the Christmas holidays. I'd like to shout out real quick a couple smaller YouTubers. If you haven't checked them out, Christina's 200, Keto for Deb, that's Keto, the number 4, DEB. Keto to the T, that's Keto, the number 2, the T. And all one word, can't wait, smells great. Make sure that you're checking them out. I'm sure they're gonna comment below. Go to their channel, show them some love, show them some support, and thank you so much for supporting my channel. So I created an open YouTube tag for my keto peeps. That's actually the title of the tag, and it's 10 keto questions that I promise I created myself, are not like the other keto tags out there, so please make sure you do it. Let me know when you've posted that, just in case for some reason I don't get a YouTube notification. I'll add it to my YouTube tag list. Once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for supporting my channel. So if you're new here, don't forget the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Introduce yourself below. Let all of my keto peeps become your keto peeps. You keep being a ninja. I'm gonna keep being a ninja. We're just gonna ninja this.